This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion. Didn't expect to have something like this up so quick this afternoon, but of course, that Calgary Flames preview up now, and now we got our name news of the day, which is the Zack Kassian contract extension. Oh yes, sirree. We finally have a number, so let me get that for you. Kassian contract, not Kassian suspension. Hopefully we're not going back there. But Bob McKenzie breaking the news just as I was uploading my game preview for the Calgary Flames versus Edmonton Oilers Battle of Alberta tonight. Let me move this down so you can still see my face. Simply put, while we ponder what may or may not happen between Zack Kassian and the Edmonton Oilers and Matthew Tkachuk in the Edmonton-Calgary game tonight, January 29th, may I remind you, is today. Kassian has reason to be happy. The pending UFA has a new contract extension, AAV, ladies and gentlemen, of $3.2 million. Now, what you need to also know is the term on that contract. And Zack Kassian, let me tell you right here, Zack Kassian, with a new contract, has it in October 2023. It's a 4-year deal for Zack Kassian, as that's a 4-year extension. And you know what? Okay, let's break it down. I know there was several fears here between Oilers fans and Oilers management on this Zack Kassian contract. The perfect settling point would have been 3 years, in my mind. That's where I was going, like 3 at 3.5. Now, here's the thing. Okay, 3.5 at 3 is 10.5 mil. So that's really realistically not too much of a difference off the 12.8 that Zack Kassian gets over the span of 4 years. Now, obviously, okay, like I said, 3.5. Well, instead, we've got a guy locked up for 4 years at a $300,000 less cap hit. Let me tell you what we can do with $300,000 less right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's simply put, stably put, Mr. Eric Gryba is getting $300,000 of our cap this year due to the last year of his buyout. So, what are you going to tell me we could do with $300,000? Guess what? $300,000, quite simply put, reduces that penalty we're paying in cap space next year between Benoit Pouliot and Mr. Andre Sekera, who's getting $2.5 million from us. Yes, make of that what you will. But this said, you know what? This is almost, like I said, perfect. The settling point I would have been at 3 years. But am I going to sit here and complain? Abso-friggin-lutely not, because Zack Kassian has absolutely earned every dollar of that contract. This guy has come in and found dynamite with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, but he's also come in, a broken man, came in shambles, put his life together, worked hard on and off the ice, and you look at where Zack Kassian is now. Flames fans will make of him what they'll make of him, but this guy has transformed from pretty much having his last shot in the NHL to now being a guy that absolutely makes a difference out there night in, night out in several different ways for our Edmonton Oilers. Now you're saying, Tyson, still paying Zack Kassian $3.2 million, that's too much. No team can afford to do that. Guys, hello, we're the Edmonton Oilers. We're paying Sam Gagner $3.15 million to be a 13th, 14th forward. Heck yeah, we can play Zack Kassian to be a glorified first liner, right? Glorified fourth line player playing first line, whatever. You know what? Back in the day, who did Gretzky have playing with him on the wings? Let's go through some of his line mates. Guess what? Some of them were equivalent to the modern day of what is Zack Kassian. So, don't be giving me BS here. You know what? You want to claim the 80s were great hockey? Anybody wants to claim 80s were great hockey? Don't be crying to me that Zack Kassian being on the first line hurts the Edmonton Oilers. All right? Let's settle that right there. Let's not have any complaints because, guys, this is a good sign. I know. Like I said off the top, there was some problems, apprehension, scary moments because Oilers fans thought Ken Holland's going to sign him for $5 million. Ken Holland's going to sign him for 4.5. Ken Holland's going to sign him for $4 million plus. No siree. 3.2. Right where I was expecting. You know what? Good. Perfect. There ain't a complaint in the building, at least here at my house this evening. Zack Kassian, shall we get to it? I need to get to it because you need to look at the career stats for Mr. Zack Kassian, who's been in the NHL since the 2011-2012 season. I can get my cut tool off the internet here. And yeah, he's played with the Buffalo Sabres, he's played with the Vancouver Canucks, he's played all across the NHL, technically speaking, because he also has a stop in Montreal in which he did not actually play at, but he's played with Montreal as well. So let's get over to this. Let me save this. Sorry guys, I thought I would have this ready, but like I said, this news came down the pipe pretty quick. Stats at extension. Zack Kassian signed for several more years. It's good news. Let me get this going. Let me change this Zack Kassian news to Zack Kassian. Right here. Kassian stats at extension. Guys, right now as I've got you waiting, if you want to hit that subscribe button because you're also an Oilers fan, that would mean the world to me. So, yeah, absolutely. If you could do that, that'd be great A of you. Now, right here, as I've stalled enough, Zack Kassian stats. Right there, let's enlarge them a little bit, shall we? So as those of us who can't read as well off our laptops as we used to, can, mainly me. 7 points in 27 career games for Kassian to start his career. Then went to Vancouver, had 3 points in 17. Then, you know what, 2012, 2013, he had 11 points. 2013-14, 29 points. That's the big number, right? That's the big year. And he hasn't reached that since. Had the closest to that 29 back last year, 15 and 11, 26 points. He now has a career high almost in assists, right? He's close to matching that 17 from that first 16-17 year that was playoffs. First playoff year since 05-06. Pardon me, I forgot about 15-16. And then, ladies and gentlemen, he's 2 goals off his career high. So for Zack Kassian, tonight, with a goal and 2 assists, could set the bar tying both career high in goals, or I guess 2 goals and 2 assists, tying career goals and career assists. Pardon me, it's been a long day, a lot of math, very hyped up for the Battle of Alberta. But that said, right here, guys, simply put, Zack Kassian in a perfect spot. 1 point does it to get a new career high. And if you don't think this guy's worth $3.2 million, I'm sorry. Do your research. Look at what the guy brings. Watch him. You can say he costs us hockey games all you want. What other Oilers? Name 10 other Oilers this year that have 28 points. I'm waiting. I'm legitimately waiting. Are you going to tell me Sam Gagner? Are you going to tell me Chris Russell? No. See, that's the point. Is you do have to pay the guys that produce for you. So there we go. Let's get this going, guys. Zack Kassian, $3.2 million for 4 years. What that sets us up with. Let me get back to cap friendly for a second. Simply put, the Oilers are committed to only 3 guys for the 2023-2024 season. And how good does it sound that our top line, technically speaking, with Draisaitl, McDavid, and Kassian, is committed to 2023-2024. And you know what? Everybody's worried about how old Zack Kassian will be. He'll be 33. That's not old. That's not old at all. That would still be the oldest player, almost by a long shot, on this team, because other than Mike Smith, who's 37, nobody else is older than 33. But every team's got to have a veteran, and have a veteran like Zack Kassian who'll be through it. And guys, don't kid yourself. Zack Kassian's still a very fast skater. He continues to clip at 75% that pace for this 4-year contract. We're good. We're gold. You ever see James Neal skate out there? I think we can make do if Zack Kassian can keep producing even just to 28 points every season. Guys, a very good signing for Ken Holland. A very good dollar value. The term, maybe not to my liking, but not the worst possible inevitability, right? 8 years, 9 years could have been a lot worse. No, you can't do 9 years, but you get the point right there. So guys, what I want to hear is your thoughts in the comments section down below. Are you excited for this contract? Yes, no, maybe. What are you thinking on Zack Kassian? Was I a little bit too harsh? Did I call out some people in the Oilers fan base that can't accept realities. Zack Kassian makes us better. I don't know. I'm just a little bit fired up because it's going to be a good hockey game tonight. Let's go Oilers and let's get this going, guys. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much again for tuning in so quickly after I just posted a video. I am up on out of here.